Welcome back everyone. You join me on a very busy linear syndicate. I ideally wanted to be on Unity or Gaunts, but after lapping for 4 hours, there's not really anything on there. There was the odd swim, but nothing I really fancied at all. It is proper stitched and just absolutely rammed. So I've had to drop on a lake called Unity. Luckily, we have 3 lakes to choose from on the syndicate ticket, and it's a lake I've not done any time on at all. I've not even fished this lake. If I'm honest, I don't really know anything about it. I know it has done 140 in the past, and I assume there's a few 30s in here, but again, I don't know anything about this lake, so it's all going to be a bit of a learning curve this session, but fingers crossed. The reason I picked this peg, as soon as I stepped into this peg, 2 showed straight out in front, so as you can imagine, I'm feeling really confident that, although I've not done any time on here, I'm feeling super confident that there's a few fish in front of me and I'm going to be able to have a few this weekend. I'm just going to get the loading rod out now and just have a little lead around. Oh, one's just showed just in front of me there. Happy days. So I'm going to get the leading rod out now and just have a little lead about. I don't think there's too much weed out in front of me, but we'll have a little check and hopefully I can find a nice little clear area to present 3 rods on and put a little bit of bait over the top. I think they're going to be having a little bit this weekend. Like I said, I've seen a couple in front of me, but I've also seen a couple to my right as well. So it does look like they're fairly active, which is a good thing. I'm sure there's going to be a few to be had this weekend. So I'm going to finish this coffee, have a little let around, and fingers crossed it won't be very long before I'm into my first yeoman's carp. Well, that's the rods out and set. Found a nice little area at sort of 14 wraps. It was sort of like a bit of silt, bit of gravel, sort of all mixed into one. Just felt a real lovely clean area. So I've put 3 rods on it and just sort of give them half a bucket of bait. I haven't gone mental, but I feel like they're going to be up for a bit of a feed. They're very active. Spotted and stuff, I've seen a lot of fish to my right. I mean loads, probably 15, 20 fish already just putting that bait out. And fortunately, I can't get anywhere near them. Their sort of swims are taken, but I'm sort of the closest I can get to them. But like I said, when I walked into the swim, first of all, I did see 2 fish showing, and obviously as I was talking to you I did see another, so I've seen 3 fish in front of me, which is pretty promising. So I'm absolutely starving as I haven't eaten anything today, so I only get some dinner, and hopefully it won't be long and I'll have one to show you all. Just a little update going into the first evening. I've just redone the rods as it was fairly windy earlier, and I just wanted them to redo them just to make sure they were absolutely bang. I just put another 6 bombs over the top just to freshen up a little bit, but had a bit of a result. When I ran the rods in, the 2 of my leads had a grey clay on, so looks like I found sort of a spot in a spot, which is nice. That's made me feel more confident now. I'm fairly confident there's going to be a bite or 2 to be had tonight. I'm just going to get some tea on now, as I am starving. I did have a little bit of dinner earlier, but it's been one of them days I've just felt like I've walked and walked and walked and not really got anywhere. But we're settled in now. Everything's bang on. Bait went out lovely. The rods went out lovely. So I've done my bit. It's over to the carp now, and fingers crossed it won't be long and I'll be back for one of these yeoman's carp to show you. Morning everyone. Unfortunately nothing happened last night. I think a lot of the fish are to my right, sort of 3 swims down. They were showing there in numbers. I've seen sort of 30, 40 shows from sort of yesterday afternoon to the evening. I did see a couple in front of me, like when I moved into this swim, but nothing like that's down there. I think the bulk of the fish are down that end of the lake, and I can't get anywhere near them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this coffee wind in, and I'm going to go for a walk, see if there's an opportunity where I can move. Anyone's packing up on the other 2 lakes, because ideally that's where I would like to be. There is a fish in Unity that I'm chasing, a fish called the Big Scaly. And I ideally want him at this time of year. He should be around the 40-pound mark. There is a rumour that he came out last week. I don't know how true it is. It's just I was told that it came out at around 42 pound. So if it's that one, obviously that's probably my chance gone, but we will see. There's always a chance of the rods in the water, so he could slip up twice. You never know, but. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to finish this coffee, wind in, and just go for a walk and see if we've got an opportunity to move. Well, I'm set up in the new swim. As you will see now, I had an absolute disaster. I tipped the barrow, didn't I? I sort of just, I've been a bit of a rush to get moved, and didn't load the barrow properly, and over it went. So I had to pick that back up, but never mind. I'm in the new swim. I've got the rods out. The wind's not blowing a hoolie, but it's blowing sort of a weird one across me, so it's played havoc in getting the rods out. So I've got the rods out, but I only sort of put 12 bombs over the top, and I'll top the spot up later when the wind drops off, because it's due to drop off later. But for now, we're fishing. All the fish seem to be at all the shows I've seen seem to be at the other end of the lake, but unfortunately I couldn't get down there. But the wind has to change tonight. It's got to blow to a northeasterly, which blows literally straight into me. So I've sort of took a gamble, and fingers crossed that they're going to move on this wind, because they do love to move on a wind on here. So like I said, I've took a gamble, fingers crossed they will turn up in front of here tonight, and I'll be able to have a few. It looks absolutely lovely out here. The sun's now just come out. It was a bit chilly this morning, not cold, but just there was a little bit of a chill to the wind, but it's gone lovely now, and I'm just going to sit back, just chill out, as it's been a bit of a manic morning trying to find somewhere to move, and Obviously tipping the barrow like I said, but yeah, I'm going to kick back now, just chill out, just watch the water, and fingers crossed the change of swim pays off. Well, that's the rods out. I had to wait for this wind to drop off because it did pick up in a sort of 30-32 mile an hour gust, which is sort of coming across me, which is a pain. But they've it's dropped off, so I've got to make lovely. I've sort of half a bucket of bait out, so fingers crossed the change in lake is going to pay off tonight. I'm feeling confident. I have seen a couple show, not on me, but sort of just like beyond me and just to my right. So from this morning, looks like they have moved and the gamble may pay off. Because like I said, all I've seen this morning, they were showing down the other end, and obviously I knew the wind was going to change like it has, and I have seen some positive signs. So I'm going to get some tea on now. I've got a bit of barbecue food, a few chicken wings, belly pork, and some chicken skewer kebab things. So I'm going to get that on. Just watch the waters. We are going into the last bit of light now, and fingers crossed it won't be long before I'm holding up one of the Unity's carp for you. Good morning. Unfortunately, nothing happened last night. It did drop down fairly cold, I've got to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. The wind was fairly chilly. The sun's come out this morning though, and it's warmed things up, so fingers crossed. This is going to spur the carp on, and they're going to get their heads down and have a little feed. Just what a lovely morning it is. I'm just going to sit here, have a few coffees, just watch this sun come up, and hopefully there'll be something to show you very soon. Well, looks like the move has paid off. All those hours of walking on the Friday, just doing the night on Yeomans, and then up again early Saturday. Luckily someone pulled off and we're into our first Yeomans carp. He's kiting right round to the right, so I'm gonna have to concentrate a minute. Hopefully get this one in, and I'll be back to show you in a bit. Well, the move has paid off. I am finally holding my first carp of this session at £31, 8 ounces. What a way to start. I've still got a night to go, so fingers crossed that this is the start of a few bites. So I'm going to get a few pictures of this one, get him slipped back, and hopefully I'll be back with another one shortly. Just knocking out a bit of bait ready to go out tonight. Like I said earlier, I've got one night left, so, and it looks like I have seen a few show today, sort of pretty much on me. After that bite I had, I was pretty much on me, so I'm feeling quite confident there's another bite or two to go. So it's just some 10mm cell, and then some cell pellet, and then just some hemp. And this time I put a bit of tiger in the mix. As like sort of the water temperature warms up, I like to use a good bit of tiger. And then just obviously the good old sweet corn. It's just my usual mix I use on my syndicate. And then obviously the rock salt. And then I just top it off with a really good helping of the Cell Smart liquid. Nice big, good helping of the Cell Smart liquid. I absolutely love this stuff. And then just give it a good old mix. And that is my linear mix. just a little evening update for you going into the final evening. It's been a tough session, this one, but it just shows you effort equals reward, as I did have that 31 earlier. But I have to apologise, I did say, I've just rewatched the footage and I did say I was playing my first yeoman's fish. I actually moved on to Unity, so it was playing my first Unity fish of the session. But yeah, it looks absolutely perfect tonight. The rods, the wind's completely dropped off. The rods and the bait went out absolutely lovely. Sort of give them probably 25 spoms. I'm feeling very confident. I did see, after that fish earlier, I did see sort of 3 show over me, like literally bang on me. So I'm hoping that they've moved in on me and I'm going to have a fish or 2 tonight. I'm feeling so confident. It's just started to rain now, but it's looking perfect. I'll spin you around just so you can see. But it is looking absolutely perfect out here. Check that out, look at that. Absolutely spot on. So fingers crossed. It ain't gonna be long before I'm back showing you another carp. But if not, I'll give you a little update in the morning, as I've got to be off tomorrow morning. Wow, we're back. And we're back with fish number 2 and second 30 of the session. 30 pounds, 8 ounces. Happy days. I'm not 100% sure what the time is, but I do know it's still dark, so that means there's still time for another fish or 2 before I have to be off in the morning. I haven't got to be off as early. I haven't got work, but I got to be home because we're going to take the kids out for the day, so. But what a fish. Well happy with this one. And it being the second fish with the second 30, I'm over the moon. So I'm going to get a few pictures, get this one slipped back. And fingers crossed, I'll see you in the morning with another one. Wow, it has just gone first light on the last morning and we have another one. Just over 21 pound. What an absolute stunner. It's turned into a good session. Started off really fairly slow, so I've done a lot of walking. Changing pegs has really paid off, and I've got a couple of hours left. I'm hoping there's one more to be had before I got to head home. But if not, it's been a great session anyway. Let's get a few pictures of this one, get him slipped back, and fingers crossed there's one more on the cards. Good morning. And what a very wet morning it is, as you can see. It's very misty, it's raining. It's going to be a wet pack up, but who cares? It's turned into a good session. I've got a couple of hours left before I get off, so I am hoping for one more. Normally when you get a first light bite on here, you normally get another one like fairly quick after, so there's a good chance there is time for one more. I'm just going to sit back, drink a few coffees this morning, as I am fairly tired this morning. Obviously I did have that one in the night, I had that one at first light, and I did struggle to get back to sleep after the first one. You know what it's like when you're absolutely buzzing, aren't you? And especially when it was another 30 as well, so you're even more buzzing and you struggle to go to sleep. But like I said, I'm going to sit back, drink a few coffees, just watch the water, and hopefully I'll be back very soon to show you another one. If not, I'll just give you sort of a little update and sign off. just before I go today. Well, that's pretty much me packed down and ready to head off home now. I've just got to get the rods in, and that's me. I hope this session showed you that effort can really equal reward. After a frustrating start, sort of lapping and lapping for sort of 4 hours and not really finding anything, I had to do a night on Yeomans, and I was up early again Saturday, walking around again, and luckily sun was going off on Unity. And I took a gamble, as I did. The fish were down the other end of the lake, but I knew there was a wind change, and I took the gamble and hoped that they would move on the wind, and that gamble paid off, and they moved on the wind. They weren't on me, but they were showing sort of to my right, so I was just sort of picking a few off. So I finished the session on 2 30s. I've now had sort of 4 sessions for the year as well, so I've doubled my 30 count as well, so I'm well happy. I'm over the moon. Sort of when it is tough and when it is busy, just to get a couple of bites, I'm more than happy. I think I fished really well, and last night the wind completely dropped right off, so everything went bang on, and I think that just shows that when you do get it absolutely perfect, it does happen. Like I had sort of one in the night one this morning. I think it's the right result. So I hope you can all take something from this session, and I hope you've all had a great Easter weekend. I'm going to head off home now. We're going to take the kids out for the day, and I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.